sa stop namin guys, restroom stop. Pero nasa France na kami. Ayan, bumili lang ako nito. Nakita ko siya, yung aking favorite. Ayan. First time kong natikman to was in London. So nasarapan ako. And then, look what I found. I found one na pistachio. So, try natin. Pag ito masarap, bibili pa ako para madala ko. Namin lunch na. Binigyan kami ng 45 minutes para stop. So, ito yung kinuha namin dahil nagka-crave na kami ng rice. Ito yung kinuha namin. So, chicken, rice, at saka french fries. Share lang kami kasi ayaw namin magsira ng kasi minsan hindi na namin nagugustuhan yung pagkain. So, nag-share lang kami para at least hindi sayang hindi namin kainin. Alright, so tapos na tayo dun sa chicken, rice, and french fries. Ngayon, tikman naman natin itong chocolate eclair. Sarap sabar. Hi guys, nandito kami sa hindi ko alam sabihin Beaune. Ayoko siyang sabihin, nandito na kami bago kami tutuloy ng Paris. So, check-in muna kami sa hotel. Ayan siya. Maghintay kami. Check-in kami ng tour director namin. So, wait lang kami dito. Okay. So, ayan kami. Tasting kami guys. So ayan. Dito kami. I thought I heard you talking about So guys, on pa rin tayo sa paglalakad natin dito sa town ng Beaune, France. So we are actually heading to stop by the old hospital. They call it actually they said, sabi nila, it's an hospital for the poor. So first stop would be that one. We will tour that one. And then after that, mag-wine tasting kami. So, samahan nyo kami. Alright guys, we are approaching the hospital, the Hotel Dieu. I don't know if I said it right. Well, anyway, according to our tour director, she said that this is a unique place where the spirit of the Ducal Burgundy radiates. It's an old hospital for the poor. And as you can see guys, mga beds yan. But I don't think it's operational. Naging famous landmark na lang siya. And yan ang mga beds. And this is the outside. Ayan siya. And now we are actually in line getting inside for the wine tasting. So come join us.
The rosé wine. So rosé wine, as I said, so each one carries the name of the village where the wine is made. So this is the village of Marsanet, which is situated near Dijon. If you want, in reverse, if you want a dark, bold red wine, what wine you want? If you want a real full-bodied tanning red wine, we will let the wine in this house. So it's 14
Here because of the warm weather.
Yes.
Do you have to control that somehow, and how do you do that? Like, or do you sell it with more alcohol?
We can control the content. No.
So on going on still with the wine tasting, and they just actually gave us a something, a pastry, something that has cheese on it, and it goes well with the wine.
A red Burgundy will always be made from Pinot. So when you look before the winemaker, before to choose the when he is going to pick or the grapes, he's going to harvest.
Alright guys, tapos na kami sa wine tasting. Ngayon, ang liwanag ng mata ni Role. Tignan mo, nakakita siya ng buwaya. So, papasok tayo. Alright guys, he didn't buy anything from Lacoste. Instead, we found this candy store, and we did find something that we want to try, and it's actually the nougat. So, as you know, Rolette is very fond of sugar, and he just loves to try anything. So, he ended up buying one of this one. Alright guys, nagutom kami. So one thing we learned in France, yung mga a little hour after lunchtime nila, nagsasara na sila, and then they don't open until 6 o'clock for dinner. So kaya wala na kaming mabiling something for lunch. So ang ginawa na lang namin, we bought something quick, like itong croissant na binili namin, and then a little salad. Tapos maghihintay na lang kami kasi we really wanted to try the famous escargot, but unfortunately they don't open until 6. So ang mangyayari, light lunch, pangtawid ng gutom, itong kinakain namin, and then a little later babalik kami para kumain ng escargot. So ayan siya.
Okay guys, nag-break si Madam Susie at may kwento na namang ginawa. Umorder kami ng cake at saka mga sweets doon sa isang restaurant ng Barbier, I think the name. Eh kaso, gutom si Susie, pumunta ng casino, yun no, casino restaurant, supermarket, at naghanap ng salad. So nakabili siya ng salad guys, at ito ang kinakain niya salad. Typical American salad. Nung kumakain na siya ng salad, dumating ang waiter na dala-dala yung in-order kong pagkain. At kasabi-sabi kay Susie, or guess what? You're not allowed to eat that here. Walang iyang buhay ito. Bawal palang kumain doon sa mesa nila kung di mo binili sa kanya. That's how it is. So ngayon, naglakad kami ng konti, may nakitang park. Now she's eating under the tree. What can you say, Susie?
Gutom na gutom ako.
Galit si Manang, oh.
Okay guys, natapos ko na rin yung salad, and now we are heading back to the hotel kasi magpapahinga muna kami at maghihintay kami ng like a few more hours until 6 para magbukas yung mga restaurant, so we can go back and try their famous escargot. Ayan Guys, now we just ordered the famous escargot and we're gonna try them. So it is actually cooked in olive oil, some garlic, and some pesto. Ang sarap niya, guys. So this is how you eat the escargot, or sa Tagalog, kuhol in Paris. O, di ba? So we just ordered one kasi every time na kumakain kami ni Rolette, we just wanna share kasi ayaw naming magsayang ng pagkain. Ayaw naming magtapon. Kaya palagi lang kaming share. So that way, if we end up not liking it, hindi kami manghihinayang na marami ang matatapon. So this time, we ordered right. Nag-order lang kami ng escargot. And then their famous fish and chips na napakasarap. Mas masarap pa siya actually sa fish and chips ng London. So ayan guys, yan ang famous escargot nila. O diba, mistisa ang mistisa ang kuhol nila sa Paris. Hindi katulad ng mga kuhol sa Pilipinas. And then in my other video, ipapakita ko sa inyo how to eat the famous escargot in Paris and how to eat the famous kuhol in the Philippines, Filipino style. Alright guys, so now ito naman ang kainin natin, itong famous fish and chips nila. I find it very delicious, very very good, better than the one that I tried nung nasa London kami, yung A Taste of London. So mas malasa siya, masarap siya, and we had fun. We really enjoyed the fish and chips. Alright guys, so now on our road trip, so now we are heading to Versailles before finally heading to our final stop, which is France. So dadaan muna kami, we're gonna go visit the famous Versailles Palace. Ito raw yung listed as a World Heritage Site for 40 years and is one of the greatest achievements in the French 17th century art. It was actually King Louis XIII's old hunting pavilion. And then marami siyang istorya. So na-curious ako. So samahan nyo kami. Let's go and find out what it is famous for. So samahan nyo kami. Alright guys, we are approaching the famous Versailles Palace, or also known as the Chateau de Versailles. So they said everything used to construct and decorate the palace was created in France. But before we tour it, nag-stop muna kami for a quick lunch, and then in a little while, itutour natin siya. So eto kami, picture taking muna so we can have something to remember our visit here in Versailles. Okay guys, in a little bit we're going to start touring the Versailles Palace. It is actually an outstanding estate. The history of the Palace of Versailles starts at the 17th century. It was first a hunting lodge, then a seat of power, and finally from the 19th century and onwards, a museum composed of the palace, the gardens, the park, the Trianon estate, and several buildings in town. Today, the estate of Versailles spreads over more than 800 hectares. Ayun guys, ang laki, di ba? So we just finished touring the Versailles Palace, and now we're heading to Paris. It's going to be an hour and a half drive according to our tour director. So 1 hour, we're gonna be in Paris.
So, Friday
Yeah.
pa mo?
So ayun.
Bonjour.